the Chestnut Streetscape project. Please give him a round of applause. Thank you. That's Jackie Rousseau.
Good evening. I'm just going to talk very briefly about the Safe Routes to School program. That both the programs actually that I'm going to describe are federally funded. As the mayor mentioned, they're not from any other tax money directly from the municipality. The Safe Routes to Schools program is open to all the municipalities, and basically we're trying to build a safer route for children to get to school by including signage, enhancing the striping that you see at crosswalks, removing the tripping hazards that you see in sidewalks, and things of that sort. Right now, the borough is scheduled to have the routes to the Harrison Elementary School redone on Harrison Avenue from 2nd to 3rd Avenue, and also on 3rd Avenue between Chandler Avenue and Drake Avenue. Another area that's being slated for this type of improvement is Leonard Moore Elementary School on Locust Street from 7th Avenue to 9th Avenue, and also on 8th Avenue from Chestnut to Locust Street. I'm not going to spend a lot of time with that because you'll see those improvements take place, but again, we're just trying to make sure that people are aware of the children walking within that area, especially within the proximity of the schools. The other project that I'm going to describe is the Chestnut Street Streetscape project, which is within the urban enterprise zone here in the borough, and that project goes from 1st to 3rd, and includes the municipal building as well. One of our project goals was to aesthetically enhance the appearance of this downtown area. I'm sorry, thank you. The two on the left, thank you. To aesthetically enhance the downtown area. We want to draw people to your community. We want people from other communities to come and visit and be patrons at your stores. We want to encourage people that live here to come and patronize their own community, give back, contribute to the taxes in a different way, in an indirect way, and keep it here. So that you as business owners or property owners can benefit from the attention that you get. So we're talking about aesthetic enhancements, functional enhancements, which I'll explain a little bit more for you, and servicing the community. One of the things that I noticed, or that we noticed when we initially designed the site, was that when we walk the street, a lot of the sidewalk areas on Chestnut are steeply sloped. When you're walking, you're kind of crooked. One foot is leaning towards the curb line. And also, another thing is the inconsistency. If you're on one side of the street, it doesn't look like the other side of the street. The sidewalk areas are wide, which is great, but some of the trees are in your way. There's that asphalt strip from where the lights were installed, which are great lights, they're nice and decorative, but we want to make it look more appealing to you and to visitors. So, the other thing that we want to encourage, like I said, is servicing the urban enterprise zone business owners. So we want to make this area more appealing. I think that this is at the corner of 2nd. It's that wide sidewalk, just like we have in front of the municipal building. That's a big area that really could be more definitely enhanced with some colors, some attractions, some greenery. And that was one of our goals, or those are some of the goals that we had. Similar view. So if you're looking at the municipal building, it doesn't really distinguish itself when you're looking at the sidewalk area as being a municipal building. We want to build this appearance. We want it to look like the forefront of your community, not just any building that's here in the middle of the street. So that was one of our other goals. The project will include things, amenities such as the trash cans, and a few benches in the area. I think we have about 2 or 3 benches planned per block and about 4 garbage cans planned per block. We don't want any reason for people not to put the trash in the right place. We've included covers on them so that people can't bring their trash from home and dump them in the municipal. I hate to say it, but it's true. We don't want the municipality to be responsible for trash that should be collected at home. And we have a variety of trees that were selected. Each tree or group of trees is for different uses. Some trees grow narrower and are better for walking. Some of them will grow wider and provide more shade. So I have a number of slides with trees, which I'm not going to focus too much on, but they're all scheduled or selected based on their function, and not just that, but also what's indigenous to this area, what survives in this area, what's not going to be overgrown and require a ton of maintenance for the municipality. Here I have a slide of the area directly across the street with the wider sidewalks. Again, the steeper slope, which is not terribly steep on this side, but you can imagine as you walk down, there's nothing that really draws you to any of the businesses there or want to linger or stroll in that area. And so what we have proposed is the colored sidewalk, which we're planning to use gray sidewalk with a red border. I'm sorry, I don't have a pointer. But the red-white border would be along the curb line. And then this area would be gray. We have a few brick enclosed planters. One of the things, and I have to mention that our intention is not for people to sit and linger on these planters, but to provide some kind of aesthetic enhancement. So the heights of the planters are selected so that it's just to beautify the area, but we don't want people sitting there necessarily. And this is something we discussed with the business owners along both blocks, so that we were trying to address their goals and their intentions for the future, not just right now or short term. The other side of the municipal building, as I discussed, that we're trying to bring some kind of attention to it, to draw it as the municipal building and not just any building within the borough. That's the before picture. And before I go to the after picture, this is that steeper sidewalk that we talked about that we'll walk across when we leave here today. And the trees that you see that are, some of them were newly planted, but they weren't a good selection for this area right here. So the after slide, you can see we have that red border that I talked about in the curb line, but because the slope is so steep, we're actually able to put 3 steps in and make it accessible and bring a forefront to the building at the same time. So this is directly in front of the entrance of the building. On the sides, we're able to grade it so that it's handicap compliant, and anyone in a wheelchair or someone with a disability is able to access the sidewalk area or the parking lot area easily. And that concludes the presentation that I have.